Hello, and thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Monday Night YouTube Live. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Pam. I see everybody's hopping on, so if you see my head turning, that's because I can see your comments over here. Hi, Julie. Hi, Cindy. Okay, so thank you all for tuning in. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. I hope you're having a great evening. And what we're going to do is grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Okay, so a couple of things first. Just want to go over. If you did the online class Christmas in July, those all went out today. So you'll be receiving your kits, and your email you should have gotten with the link and the products that I used. Okay. Also, I announced that this is my August one, Lots of Leaves bundle. The description of what that entails will be in the description here tomorrow when YouTube uploads it to where I need it to be. The reason I picked this set was it's a fall set, but it doesn't say Happy Thanksgiving or anything like that. It's got a lot of different occasions, so I thought that would be great to start out with. And that's going to be in the new catalog starting August 4th. Don't forget. So that is the August class. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Diane, Denise, Winan, Camille, Cindy. Thank you all for tuning in. The other thing I want to mention is don't forget bonus days. That ends, what is it, Friday, I think? Is it Friday? Let me look at the calendar. When is the 31st? Yes, it is Friday. So you want to get your orders in so that you can get those coupons for August. Gave you the August class, the paper share. Don't forget, if you're going to join my paper share, you do need to sign up and pay by August 3rd so I can order everything by August 4th. So bonus days, paper share, August class, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek of my alternative. Whoop, helps if I put it the right side up. This is July's Summer Nights, the paper pumpkin kit. I've been playing around with it. I'm not sure which night I'm going to be able to hop on and do a video with that, but I will show you one of my alternatives that I will be showing. I've been playing with that over on that side of the table, so hopefully I will be able to get to that one day this week. Okay, so let's get started. Again, grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Okay, if you want to order from me this month, this is the host code. You want to use that host code unless it's over $150. Then you don't want to use it because you want to get the hostess rewards. I'd love to have you on my team. So if you'd like to join my team, just go to stampersdelight.com. I actually have a Zoom team chat Wednesday night. And that's how we do our, I don't like to call them meetings. It's too stuffy. Our chats, we do Zoom now. So people that are not on Facebook can do that. Okay, so let me show you again what I'll be featuring at some point this week. It'll be a pop-up video or live, I'm not sure. That's the Summer Nights July Paper Pumpkin. And here's one of my alternatives that I'm going to show you. So you're the first to see it. This is from the kit that you can get, the add-on kit. And what I did with this was I took our little mason jar punch and our little mason jars there. And I made a little shaker card. They do have a little static, so the little guys aren't really shaking around too much. You light up my life, and then I used the fancy phrases, birthday wishes in there. So how cute is that? No, you thought what ended August 3rd? Bonus days? Let me just double check on that. Where's my list? I could be wrong. No, earn in July and you spend in August, Cindy. August 3rd is to sign up for my paper share. Okay, so here is one of my alternatives for the paper pumpkin, a little shaker card. I hope you like that. All right. Now, what are we going to work on tonight? Well, tonight, because it's two parts, I'm going to bring this in. I can't open it, but I am using, let me just open it so I can get the right name. Can't see it. Hold on. I want the right name because I call this a mega suite. this is the Wonder of the Season. There's 2 stamp sets, Wishes and Wonder and Cherish the Season. Okay, so Wishes and Wonder is what we're going to be using tonight. That's the one with the sled and the deer. So that's this one, and here's the dies to that. You got a tag die and 2 different deers. You got some round ones. You're going to see those in a minute. Okay, so that's the one stamp set or bundle that comes with that mega suite, as I call it. You don't have to buy the whole suite, but why wouldn't you want to? The other stamp set that goes with that, and I will feature this one on Friday's Facebook Live. Okay, because there's so much to do with both of these sets, I couldn't fit it in one class. That is the Cherish the Season bundle. So those 2 go together. And with those, let me just move those over here. You can see some of the cards right here. This is from the Wishes and Wonder that we're going to be using tonight. Here's Wishes and Wonder. And then here's the ones with the bells on it. Okay, and that's Cherish the Season. So that's on the front of your catalog. In your catalog, they are on page 31 to 33. Okay, so I'm going to set that over here. And I'm just going to bring in some of the things that go with that mega suite. Okay, I showed these already in my unboxing. So you got your Memories and More cards. You got your Memories and More card bases and envelopes. You've got 2 different designer series papers. And of course these, I love the foil papers. That's the other designer series paper. These are cut in half because I was cutting for some other things. Also in that suite, you have this great ribbon, which you've seen me use. The gold, which is over here, and the green. What else do we have? Oh, we got our doodads. Okay, and this, let me just grab this here. Okay. Okay, Nicoa, how well does a nativity set? I don't actually have that stamp set, the nativity one yet, so I'm not sure what you're asking, but I will go back and reread these comments, okay? All right, so let's get started. So, for the first thing I want to show you is my Sweet and Simple stamped card, and that's all it is. It's white on white with some dimensionals. So let me bring in the stamp set so I always like to show you that. So it's this stamp with this one and this in the inside. And then what I've used is from the Heartwarming Suite, I've used those textured embossing folders. This is the one I used right here. And you can use it where you have an innie or an outie, okay? Mine's an innie tonight. So this is my Sweet and Simple stamp card. Step it up a notch, and I can put it on some green cardstock, shaded spruce. Another simply stamped card, but so nice, right? Okay. Yes, I love the doodads too, Cindy. All right. Now, remember I showed you those Memories and More card bases and envelopes, which love, love, love. Now, these are larger than a half a sheet of paper, but what I did was I took our red foil paper and our 2 dies. I stamped the sled on the red foil paper with StazOn. Let it dry for 1 second, okay? And then the detailed die of the reindeer. And let me just show you. It makes a little more sense, I think, when you see it. This is what the envelope or the base looked like. And then I cut a piece of cardstock or designer series paper to fit inside that square. And actually, I didn't actually have to cut that. I was using it with something else, and that piece was left over. So how cool is that? And I think that's like 3.5 by 4 maybe that you would cut down. But I thought it was great because look at Letters to Santa. And then you don't even need a saying on there. Letters to Santa, right? And then, of course, may the wonder of Christmas stay with you throughout the coming year. So there's another card for you. And I mean, these are great. I just love these foil cards and envelopes. Okay, let's see. Where did I put my... other ones. Okay, the next one I want to show you is a regular piece of cardstock folded in half with one of our larger Memories and More cards. Okay, so it's one of these. There it is right there. And I just cut it down to fit on a piece of Whisper White thick cardstock. Put it on there, put a couple of doodads, boom, you got a card. Isn't that great? And it's so pretty because it's got that nice foil to it. And there's the inside saying. So, I mean, real quick and easy to do. If you don't use the Memories and More card bases in envelopes, you can just do it on a half a sheet of cardstock like we normally do. Okay, next one up, and there'll be still shots on my blog and on Facebook tomorrow, is another one that I use the shaded spruce, half a sheet of cardstock. Let me flip it over. And there's that gorgeous red foil designer series paper with the 2 ribbons that go with this suite. Now you can see I stamped and cut the deer out with the dies. And again, I used the new brushed gold foil, stamped with Stays On. And then I colored Rudolph with our crumb cake blends. Doesn't get any easier than that, does it? Hi, Kathy. Hi, Marilyn. And then the inside. These make such gorgeous cards. Okay, the next card up. And of course, I had a little piece left when I played with the 6x6 designer series paper that goes with this. So I just used that. Normally, I like to get the whole lip of my envelope. But hey, if you can't, it looks just as nice with that. Here, I'm going to bring in this one. Now, this is red, real red. And this is the 6x6 designer series paper that goes with that suite. And let me just show you what I did if I can find the one I used. Well, if I can't, it's all right. So what I did was I used our rectangular dies. And I cut a frame. That's one side of the designer series paper. That's actually the other side. So if I flip this over, you can see that it's the other side. So you just layer your dies. You put your large die, you put your next to the large die, and then the middle one in there. And you make your frames. And then I just did them off center. This is just a piece of that great foil designer series paper I had left over from something. And I just put it right in the center there. Of course, this is the die that goes with our Wishes in Wonder. Special delivery. Rudolph with Santa's sleigh. Oh, thank you, Cindy. And then when you open that up, of course, you've got your sayings. You don't need anything else but this stamp set. It's great. Okay. So that's another card. All right. So I do have one other one to show you that we're going to stamp. But before that, I want to show you how easy it is to make a card with our Memories and More card kit. And then I do have a really cool one that I'm going to be showing you. I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay, so here's our Memories and More envelope. I'm just in love with these envelopes here. And here's my card base. Now, like I said, these are a little larger than our half a sheet of cardstock. But here's one. This is what the little cards look like, right? There's one right there. Because you get a couple of them. This fits right in the center of that. Look at that. I mean, seriously, how easy is that? This is great for new beginner stampers, or if you do a lot of cards. Quick, easy, sending you wishes from the North Pole. Grab a couple of these little doodads, right? And maybe I'll stick one right there. Open it up. Bring in the inside saying. I mean, you can't get... Hi, Teresa. Hi, Linda. You can't get any easier than this. I just got ink all over my hand. Okay, hold on. If I don't wipe this off, I will have it all over my cards. Let me show you. See, even I get ink all over. Okay. I do want to wipe my stamp a little bit here. Okay. So I'm just going to ink that up. Stamp that. I'm using Real Red and Shaded Spruce tonight for the colors. And then I'm just going to take this, and somewhere here I do have a piece of scrap paper so that I don't get it all over. Okay, let's just grab that, because I am actually going to stamp off here. There we go. And there you have a beautiful card. How quick and easy is that? Okay, so that's a quick and easy card for you. All right, now let's bring in my next card. Oh, before I bring in the card, I wanted to show you we've got these great tins, and they're clear on top. Normally I would have chocolate in here, but because it's too hot down here, I got some Starlight candies, and I took that clear tin, filled it some red and white Starlight candies, our little our green ribbon there, and our baker's twine. This was a piece of designer series paper that I had left over from the heartwarming Facebook Live or YouTube Live I did. I used that tag, the tag die that comes with this. Let me show you. So I used this one and cut that out. And then I used this one right here for the green foil. And then this little guy right here for the inside. You know me, when I start doing Christmas cards like this live, I always like to make a few tags too. And then by the time it's time for Christmas, I got all my tags done. So just a cute little gift idea, right? And like I said, I would normally put chocolates in here, but it's too hot. It's like over 95 degrees today, so cute little idea there. All right, so let me bring in my featured card. What do you think? Okay, so this is considered a Z-fold card. Normally we do the Z-fold with cardstock, but I'm using designer series paper here. Okay, I am going to change it up a little bit for the one I'm going to do live. And you can see I did embossing here, gold embossing. And there's our red, real red foil with our little reindeer. And I'm just going to do one thing. I have some extra cherry cobbler rhinestones here, so I'm putting a nose on him. Our red rhinestones are the perfect size, but I had an extra cherry cobbler, so you see I put his Rudolph there. Okay, and this is just going to open like this. So you have a beautiful, beautiful card, right? How do you like that one? Okay, so this one we're going to do a little playing with tonight. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to show you how to do the cut for that. And I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to bring in my designer series paper right here. And I am going to bring in, let's see, I need my back. Let's see, we're going to use, here we go. What color? I used red, so let's use green this time. All right, so here's half a sheet of cardstock, but I need to cut that down. Let me grab my paper trimmer. Thought I had that all over here. There it is. I have it. Okay. That's what I wanted. So this is a quarter sheet. All right. So in order to do this card, let me bring this down so you can see it better. It's actually pretty easy. And I will put the measurements on it. You just want to remember when you're cutting it, you want your pattern to be going this way, right? Okay, so you need it 8 inches long and 5 1/4 wide. All right, so we got a couple extras. I made some of these guys extras in case I had time to do a few more cards. Let me open this up. Get all my stuff out of the way. Okay, so this needs to be 8 inches. So we're going to pull this through. I've got too much stuff up here. Okay, 8 inches. And that's going to be used for another card at another time. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down this way, 5 1/4. So decide what you want to cut off. I'm going to cut this piece off. So 5 1/4. And of course this strip right here, perfect for the lip of your envelope. So we'll save that. And you're left with this size. Again, it's 5 1/4 by 8 or 8 1/4 by 5, however you want to say it. You are going to then take your scoring blade and you're going to score this at 2 inches. And you're going to score this at 4 inches. So 2 and 4. Very easy to remember. I will put the measurements in there also. And then you're just going to fold it this way and fold it this way. And that makes your Z fold. And then the base of it's going to go right on here. Oop, my base was too small. Let me just cut this down just a tad. I got a smaller base here. Look, that doesn't make any sense. Let's see why. Oh, okay, yeah. You need a regular 4 1/4. Let me just do this. This was too small, so I need 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 is what the base is. Sorry about that. So this size is correct. This you need to have 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. That's going to lay right on top of there, just like that. And you can go ahead and glue that down. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Blanky. Hi, Sue. And we're going to put that right in here. And there's your Z fold. Doesn't get, I mean, how easy, right? Okay, now, a couple of things I'm going to change up here. This piece right here, if you wanted to know what that red foil size was, it's 2 3/4 by 4. So is the inside, approximately, so that you can't see that. But I decided to try something different. I wanted to use one of our new dies, and these dies are called Celebration Label dies. I used this one for both the inside and the red foil. Okay, so I used the label dies, the new label dies. Now, if you sign up for my in-house or online retreat, this is part of your class. You get that bundle with my class. And there'll be more on that also. So check out my description and my newsletter. And if you want to be on my newsletter and you're not getting that, just email me or leave me a message. So that's the foil piece. So I'm going to put that right there. You see how this one was square, but this one I'm going to do with the, now I can bring it in so you can see it a little better, with the dies. So I'm going to flip that over, and I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal there. And put that right there. Now remember, you're only gluing one side because when you open it, it's got to go like that. Okay. We're going to do everything first here. Here's that green foil. I love this foil paper. I can't get enough of it. So we're going to go ahead and glue that down. Yes, Sandy, they are absolutely gorgeous. I know some people were concerned about the red not looking like a real red, look more like the old lovely lipstick, but trust me, it is gorgeous. Okay, and here's my deer, which I have him laying flat. This time I'm going to put, as I call it, bump them up on some dimensionals. So I'm going to add a few dimensionals back here. Put them right there. then I can actually use one of these. I think these are a little too large for his nose, but we're going to go with it, okay? So that's the new doodads that come with the suite. I guess it's not too large. And then I'm going to add, since this is already red, I don't need to put any red on there. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of the clear ones with the gold flecks in it. And we have two sizes, large and small. I'm going to go ahead with that. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside for a minute. I'm going to bring in the same size I did in white and my strip here. I'm going to do some heat embossing. So you're going to hear noise. I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is clean. And this one is not, so let me clean him off. Let me just clean this guy off. So remember, Friday morning I'll be doing the other stamp set. And if you can't tune in Friday morning, I will upload it to YouTube. May the wonder of Christmas. That will fit right up here. So I'm using my Versamark. Even though it's got a little red tint to it, I'm not worried about it. The gold is going to cover it up. Using my Versamark. Going to go ahead and stamp this. I do rock this one a little bit, only because sometimes the awl doesn't come out. I'm going to bring in my little Stampin' Up tray. Yes, Stampin' Up used to have these great trays. And my gold. Okay, I will add you to my, yes, I will definitely add you to my newsletter. Yeah, go ahead and put your email right in the comments. And I will do that tomorrow. Okay, so there's one. I can clean that off in a minute. Yes, I do have the, what the heck is that little thing called? Embossing Buddy. Of course, I never have it handy when I need it. So I just flick. Make sure that there's enough on here. Flick. And move that over here. I have a few minutes, so let me put this down before I get it all over. And then this one, let me bring this in because I didn't use my Embossing Buddy. I'm just going to use my finger and run that over here. Okay, so hopefully I don't short anything out. There's a lot of things going on in this room down here. Now, you want to use your heat gun. You want to let that heat up for a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds. It'll be less warpage for you. Once it starts going, it goes really fast. Please don't think this is like a hair dryer. If you've never used one, it's about 1,000 times hotter and it will burn you. Everybody asks, how do you know when it's done? When it's all nice and shiny, it is done. Then I'm going to take the inside. You can also use tweezers. I do use tweezers to hold it if it's a smaller piece. This one's not bad though. Always unplug your, always unplug that, okay? I never leave it plugged in down here. If that ever fell and turned back on, I would be afraid of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my embossing powder back in here. Yes, I love those trays too. They don't have them anymore, but I do like them. Okay, I'm going to move that all out of my way. So, the reason I like to have it the same size is that when you close this, you can't see that white. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and before I do that, I'm going to bring in my green. Again, with a piece of this, I'm going to tap off some of that and just put a little of the greenery right there. Okay, just a little bit. Sometimes what I'll do, and this is just what I do, I line it up this way, right here, right? And then I put my adhesive, if it wants to work. There we go. This way, when I close this, I know I have it exactly where I want it. See? So I'm closing that. And when I open it up, I know it's exactly where I want it. And if it's not, you can just pull it up a little bit and reposition it. It's a little crooked, so let's just fix that. Okay. So there is my Z-fold card using Designer Series paper. Now, we have this great little saying here. That's going to go all the way across. I'm just going to take some scissors and snip that. You can use your paper trimmer. I'm just going to cut some of that off. Okay. That's going to go right there. I'm going to also use dimensionals on this. Now again, you don't want to get it on the end because that's kind of like free flowing. So maybe like 3 of them. And if that's still a little long, you can trim that piece off. So now you got this, right? Okay, now that it's together, what I like to do is turn it over. Just really want to get this burnished good. I'm going to add a couple more doodads. Okay, so I'm going to add a red one here. You can never have enough doodads, right? Just to bring something out here. And maybe a red one here and here. I think it just adds to it. So that is my featured card for tonight. And you see the difference. You can do it with the square. If you don't have these dies, you can use any of the dies. The rectangle dies will work too. Okay. I love him. Okay, so what else did I say? Oh, I know. We have this strip here. So let's bring in an envelope and make at least one matching envelope. And this strip, I don't know that I would use it for anything else. So I'm going to just place it right there. And I mean, it's festive looking, so it doesn't really have any, let's say January, let us help you find the, it's got some saying on it. But I just think it would be nice to have that on the back. So we're just going to lay that down. And it's a strip that I probably wouldn't use for anything else. So why not add it to your envelope and brighten up your envelope a little bit. Okay. Just going to trim that. So now I just got a little matching envelope for that. Okay, I'm going to put those aside. Now, something else I have. Let's see, what else do I have here? Well, when I was cutting that paper down, I was left with this, right? And we don't like to waste anything. So let's see. I have, let's see, do I have some red cardstock or maybe cherry cobbler right here? Whoop. Or Mary Merlot. Let's see, what do I have close by that I can use? Lately I've been using, well, with this one I like a lot of shaded spruce. But I'm just looking for, how about something totally different? How about something like this? I mean, really? Let's try this. Again, this is my card on the fly. Everybody said they liked my last card on the fly. Let's see how this one works out. Look at that. Perfect. This is what? The Blackberry Bliss? Yes. Okay. And we're just going to put that right there. Not putting it together yet because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Let's see. We've got the sled. Maybe we don't even need a deer for this one. Maybe we just need a sled. Right? Let's see. What else can we... Ooh, let's see. We got this paper here. What else do I have playing around here? I don't know if I even like that one. Nope, don't like that. Let's see. Why not? How about... Let's see what I got in my handy-dandy paper thing here. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Okay. Let me grab some blends. I think I will grab the Blackberry Bliss. Who says it has to be red? Right? Okay. So I am going to grab some Blackberry Bliss. This is the dark one. I have no idea what I'm doing here yet, but we'll see. I think this is going to look rich in color. What do you think? Just going to get some of that blended up, and then I'm going to use the thinner point. Remember, we do have the color lifter too. So I'm just blending some of the, where I put some of the dark with the light. Okay, now I'm going to switch and I'm going to go to the thinner point. What I found is if you put that point just below where you want it, it blends right into the edge. So we're going to go right down here. Okay. Nice, rich looking sled, right? It doesn't have to be Santa's sled. Okay, I'm going to grab Smoky Slate just for the rungs. This is just the light. Just going to follow that all the way around. Very thin. And if it goes outside the lines, I'm not real worried about it. I'm a fast colorer. And if I go outside the lines, I never cared, even as a kid. Okay. I know that might drive some of you crazy. Sorry. Okay. Just add a little bit of color there. Oh, you like the Blackberry Bliss. I know it. It's pretty cool. Now, it's cool, but you know what it needs, right? It needs some Winkostella to really give it a nice shine. I don't know if you can really see that, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Can you see that? Okay, so now this is gonna go here, but you know what? I think maybe I would like some green. I was gonna put this, I don't know that I really want that there. I might just add some ribbon. Oh, yeah. Not everything has to have a backing to it, right? Let's see how this comes out. Remember, this is my card on the fly. We're never sure how it's going to come out. We may like it, we may hate it. Yes, Cindy. Cindy had the right. She said, what about adding wink to it? Yep. I just looked up and saw your comment. Yes, we do want wink to it. Make sure I'm putting it on the right side there. Okay. And then I'm going to grab some dimensionals. And I want to get these around the edges so they grip on either side of the ribbon. Okay. Okay. Now I need a little bit of thing for my saying. You know what? I have a little circle here. I don't like that one, though. I'm going to cheat and bring in this piece. This is actually from the paper pumpkin. I'm going to use that one. Okay. And I am going to use, instead of using this on as the inside, I'm going to use it as the outside. Let me grab my Blackberry Bliss. My Blackberry Bliss looks like almost black sometimes to me. I think it's my eyes. That's going to go right up there. And again, I'm going to add some dimensionals for that. I'm going to put it right in the middle. I always tend to put it towards the side. This one I want right in the middle. Okay. And then we've got these great little, again, they have some metallic in them, and I'm just going to put some of those little doodads all over. No rhyme or reason. Try to grab ones with a little more gold. I mean, look at that. Right? Let me grab an inside. I think this is too big. I have to cut this down. Yeah. Should have a smaller piece. Let me trim this for the inside. And again, I'll put the dimensions for the card, the other card too. So let's do 4 by 5 1/4. It's usually my go-to size. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love the Blackberry Bliss. The gold around it? Okay, so you wanted to see the gold around it. Well, you know what? I see what you mean. We can do that. Absolutely, let's do it. Let's see if I can slide it under there. Might not be able to. How about this? Haha. Too late to slide it under there, but it's not too late to do this. Just cinch it just a little bit. How's that? See what I did? Just cinch it a little bit. Trim off the edges. There. And you can make that smaller. Okay, so I'll just do a little cinching there. Okay, and on the inside, we'll switch that around to wishing you the happiest season of all. And then I'm going to take, I don't know why I keep using this for the inside. I just kind of really like it. I'm going to tap this off a couple times, like 3 times, and then just have those berries real faint there. All right. And that will be the inside. Looks like my paper trimmer needs some new blades. There you go, card on the fly.